video 3 and we will see population and the last topic for the unit. Okay, so we will see that the population problem is one of the biggest problem facing the country, like developing countries in India. So when we see population in the year 2019, ours is 1.35 crores. Okay, so or it is 135.26 crores. So China is about 1.39 crores or 139.27 crores as per 2019 census. Okay, so we know that it has got its adverse effects. So population problem is one of the biggest problem facing the country with its available consequences on all aspects of development. So when there is overpopulation in every area, it actually affects people, the development of the nation, especially when it comes in terms of employment. Getting job is becoming very challenging, getting education, because of which the increase in the fee structure also happens because there is a lot of competition. Then housing, land rate goes high. Then you have healthcare, sanitation and environment. So all these areas are getting affected because of the increasing population. The country's population has already reached 1 billion mark by the turn of the century. So you can write the current, I have written down here current population, you can write that in the notes. It is 135 or 1.35 billion crores, 1.35.26 crores or 1.35 billion of population India has got currently as per 2019 census. So government has set a goal of 1% population growth rate by the year 2000, which was not attained. So they wanted to bring down the population growth by telling it should come down to 1% population growth by the year 2000, but we couldn't achieve that. Currently the country's growth rate is 1.8%. Okay, so this calls for the two-child family norm. So you know what is two-child family norm? We are 2, ours 2. Okay, so that not having more than 2, again if a family has got more than 2, it leads to population explosion. The population size and structure represent the most important single factor in health and manpower planning in India. Today, where the law of diminishing returns among other factors play an important role in the economic development of the country. Okay, so we know that, right? So population size and structure actually it represents the most important single factor in health and manpower planning in India. So when the size of the population is less, it is very easy to handle. Even now, for example, take this COVID-19. If there is a small country with less of population, again it is very easy for us to handle the cases, to put quarantine or to making sure that people are kept in control. So the rapid spread of COVID-19 will not happen. But like India, so now they are saying that the cases might increase. We started with low, but the WHO is warning that by October, November the cases can increase, but don't know. So why WHO is warning is so that now only we can take all the precautionary methods so that the cases can be brought down. So if it is in a country where people are less, it is actually very easy to manage when it comes for larger country with larger population. Okay, then population size, that's what we have seen, where the law of diminishing returns plays an important role in the economic development of the country. So economic development again it is also very important. Okay, that's why we have many Olympic games, all these things which adds to the economy of the country. So here in the picture you can see problems all the way. Big family, children are also suffering, they're not able to provide. When it comes to small family, it is about the happiness all the way. So nowadays many are opting for one child. So what is their opinion is, having one child, they can give all the privileges for the child, than having a large family and then suffering. That is the mentality of people. But government still emphasizes on two-child family norm. And there was a saying in between also, we too why one? Okay, so having one or two child is actually very helpful for the family also, where they can concentrate, they can provide for the child. Health in relation to health, children health also will be healthy, mother's health will be healthy. This has got all its benefits of having a small family norm. Okay, we should focus on the advantages of having small family norm. So we will see next what are the various health problems that occur in India because of this explosion of the population. So communicable disease problem. Okay, so we see COVID-19 as I gave you an example. So it is also one of the communicable, and now it is pandemic. So country with less population is easy to manage, but if it is bigger country in size, then again widespread is again very dangerous issue. And communicable and non-communicable already you have studied in your second year, but again presentations are given, fourth years will be taking, so it is not dealt by me. Okay, so you have non-communicable disease problem also. Okay, apart from communicable, you have non-disease like hypertension, diabetes. Okay, as the population is there. Okay, nutritional anemia, many are there in the family. Again, they can be, they can be prone to develop. They are also in a stage to develop this problem. Then environmental sanitation problem also will be there, as we have seen. So many houses are there without adequate spacing. Then throwing of the improper disposable of the waste. So when urbanization increases, when there is explosion, population explosion, then what happens? The land will be occupied. So industries will be very close to the housing. Again, all this can lead to various environmental sanitation problem and pollution problem, air pollution, okay, and all pollution. So in COVID-19 we got to see, so when people were under lockdown, when people were not resuming their normal work every day, when they were locked down into their houses, we could see that we had a pollution free state or pollution free country we did have. But when population, because of people going here, working, using vehicles, okay, and all these stuffs actually make the area polluted. It pollutes the air, water and land. Okay, so as we have dealt already, communicable disease is the major problem in India. It includes malaria, tuberculosis, diarrheal diseases, ARI, leprosy, filaria, AIDS and other non-communicable diseases. A large burden of chronic diseases includes diabetes mellitus, cardiovascular disorders, cancer, stroke and chronic lung disease. The nutritional problem already we have seen in India, like PEM, nutritional anemia, low birth weight, xerophthalmia, iodine deficiency disorders and others. Then you have environmental sanitation is very difficult problem to take in this country because it is multifactorial. Pollution is one of the biggest problem facing the country with its inevitable consequences. The country with its inevitable, it is repeated. Okay, so you can just click okay on all aspects of developmental, especially employment. So we have seen how there is lack of employment. So every year, we don't know how many lakhs together the young can come out of the job. So because of the youngsters, where we have to provide them with job, it is also important that we retire the already existing person. So if that retired person does not have adequate resource, then again he will be in trouble, and the youngster who is in need of a job, they are also in trouble. And then we see, in case of employment, and then we see in case of education, again there are lots of challenges, demands are more, and again high economic people, if the fee is high, they would be able to take, but then we still have merit basis. So on the merit basis, so everything becomes very challenging. Then healthcare, sanitation and environment. So as we have seen, various diseases, its outbreak, control, and then maintenance of health also becomes challenging. Urbanization, again, where people from the rural area, they move into the urban area, and then because of this again, there are chances for the pollution. So all these are the ill effects of population. So we should know the benefits of having small family norm. So actually it is the opposite of all the health problems or all the problems that we have seen. So they would be able to provide for the family, then the society will be healthy. When the society is healthy, automatically the state is healthy, then the state is healthy, the nation is healthy. Okay, so with this we are completing the topics under unit 5. Okay, so that unit also is over. Communicable and non-communicable diseases will be taken by your classmates, 4th years.